Everybody, so week one of the NFL has passed, and like I was telling you about with the Bengals and the 23, they scored 23 points in their first game. Um, Also did Houston, they scored 23, and they beat their opponent. Their opponent had 14, which is the same jersey number as Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is from Houston, Texas, born and raised there. Andrew Luck was born in Washington, D.C., and raised in Houston, so be aware of that. Okay. Minnesota, I've been telling you about the numbers 2, 5, and 612, and they won 25-16, which has the number 612 in it, but it also has the date 2-5 of the Super Bowl. So there you go with that. Another thing I've thought of since my last video was let me get back to the Bengals. They won with 23 points, and they scored their final 3 points with a 47-yard field goal, and this is the 47th modern era Super Bowl with the AFL NFL merger. So, and 47 equals Ohio, blah, and frig. Okay, so I wanted to let people know that Minnesota could win the Super Bowl. And think about this with Gene Wilder's death. Gene Wilder played Willy Wonka again. It's WW. That's 23rd letter of the alphabet twice. And he wore a purple jacket in Willy Wonka, but he has orange hair. So just be careful of who you pick. What else did I want to go over? Oh, yeah. So Cincinnati Bengals has the same gematria as 28 spelled out. It's been 28 years since Super Bowl 23. And if you add 28 to 23, you get 51, which is the 51st overall Super Bowl. So, yeah, this is my episode 5-ish. Oh, one more thing. I told you about the Stanley Wilson and Stanley Wilson II. Stanley Wilson is 55 and his son is 33. You know about his son getting arrested this year. In my prior video, I mentioned it. Sort of like his dad's overdose or whatever the hell he did with cocaine. I don't know what it was, where he got kicked out of the NFL. But his dad is 55 and he is 33. And on 11/5, which 11 times 5, but that 11, you always times it by 5. I mean, if you put like 11, 311, 11/3, it's 33. Stanley Wilson II will turn 34. So that would be 88. Right now, his dad's age is 55. He's 33. So that's 55 plus 33 is 88. And then he will turn 34. So 55 plus 34 will equal 89. 88, 89. And another thing with the 47, I talked about it being 7 leap years ago. So each leap year, of course, is 4 years. And it's been 7 leap years since the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. So that's a 47 in itself. 7 years, 7 leap years. Yeah, that's episode 5-ish. We'll call it 5-ish. But I have more info. Oh yeah, in '88, the Bengals had 2 featured backs like they do now, and their jersey numbers together combined equaled 51. And this year, the Bengals have 2 featured backs that are pretty much starters for any team in the NFL. And their combined jersey numbers are 57. That has to do with something championship or some shit. I don't know. You can ask Zach that. Champion, whatever. 57. And Prince's age, 57. So, oh yeah, and Ickey Woods and James Brooks, the running backs from back then, were both born on the 28th day of the month of their month that they were born. So take that in perspective. And Giovanni Bernard was born on 11/22, and that equals 33. And he was the second. He was drafted in the 2nd round with the 5th pick. So that's a 2-5, February 5th. And that's tied to the famous, what a lot of people call the best trade in NFL history, where the Bengals traded Carson Palmer to Oakland. Here's another Bay Area tie for the 17th pick. Well, they ended up getting the 17th pick because Oakland tanked the rest of the season. 17 is Ohio's 17th state. And then the following year, they got Giovanni Bernard in the 2nd round with the 5th pick. So that's your 17-25 again. And L, as in God, equals 17 and 25. All right, I guess that was good enough for a whole episode 5 now. So 5-ish is gone. Oh yeah, one more thing. All Bengal quarterbacks that have went to the Super Bowl, and you can include Sam Weiss in this, because he was a quarterback for the Bengals. He wore jersey number 14, but he didn't go to the Super Bowl until he was a coach. But all of them have wore a multiple of 7. And so Sam Weiss wore 14. Kenny Anderson, who went to Super Bowl 81, wore 14. And Boomer Esiason wore 7. And Andy Dalton wears 14. So, oh yeah, and Marvin Lewis is in his 14th season of coaching. Multiples of 7. And think about Cincinnati and the number 14. And the most famous, probably, sports player in Cincinnati history, Pete Rose, wore the number 14. So, something's going to happen with the Bengals, and Andy Dalton is going to go to the championship and probably win it. I think they end up winning in the end, 2 Super Bowls, losing 3 total for that 23. Or it could be 83, which 83, Gene Wilder, again, I'm back to Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder was born on, or no, he died at the age of 83, and 83 is the 23rd prime number. So, there's some more shit to add to the code. I got more. I just got to dig through my notes. I'm just right now going off the top of my head, obviously, because I keep adding things on. So later, everybody. Until next time. Yeah, talk to you later.